Orale, ¿qué pasa, mi raza? Buenos días. Today is November 18, 2021, and we're actually going to talk about the first time I hit reception, Alhambra. All right. For for those who don't know, reception is diagnostics or classification. Basically, it's where they classify you where you're gonna go when you hit. As soon as you hit the joint, they run your points, your score, all that shit. They figure if you're gonna be a level 2, 3, 4, or 5, whatever. So it's just like Donovan out there in Califas, Donovan right there next to the Arizona border. That was the diagnostics when I was over there. But yeah, I know they switch a lot though. They actually do switch a lot of times. They do have different places that they'll have their reception. But anyways, so out here in AZ, out here in Arizona, ours is Alhambra, and it's in a weird spot. Like I said, usually like in California, they're pretty far away. You know what I'm saying? Ours is actually in the middle of the city, right dead smack in the heart of the city. It's on 24th Street and Van Buren. All right. So, with that being said, people drive by. They can, of course, you can't see in there. I mean, because it's all just a big ass wall. You can see the gunners up on top when they do have yard. But and I'll get into that right now. But I'm gonna start from when I got taken in right from the court. I went to court, and honestly, I didn't think I was gonna go in. My probation officer had told me that I was good, but of course, you know how them motherfuckers are, shady as shit. I get there, and his recommendation was prison. I did, I was fucking up on probation and everything. I actually had ran for a while too, so yeah, and they reinstated me on my probation. And so when I went to court, it is what it is. They locked me up. All right. So I get to the 4th Avenue jail, and I'm sicker than a dog, man. I'm sick as hell. On my lias, real bad. So what happens over here is once you're awarded the state, the county gets you out right away. You're usually in the county jail. As soon as you get awarded the state, like 2-3 days tops, man, they get you out. But with my situation, I was pretty sick, man. My blood pressure was off the chain, everything. I mean, your body functions are just crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I ended up staying there like 7 days, way past it. And eventually they had to get me on that bus because I was already awarded the state. And I kept telling the doctor, hey man, I want to get there. I wanted to get to the yard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows why you want to get to the yard. Of course, because they got what you need in the yard. So I get to Alhambra, right? I'm going to give you guys a little rundown of Alhambra. You get there, you pull up, they line you up, and there's this one black lieutenant, and he's no longer there. He retired. He had been there probably since like the 70s, 80s, been there a long time. But as soon as you would get off that bus, he'd be like, hey, here's a line. Don't cross that line. If you cross that line, I'm going to put my boot in your ass and shit like that, He would tell that to everybody, And for those of you who have been there, you know who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. So, they have you strip out, okay? You're throwing your clothes into all your county clothes that you came in, the stripes and shit, you throw it into the bucket, into a bin. And then you walk into this, it's like a big old room, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. And of course, you go in there, they're gonna take your picture. They line you up. They search you. You know, everybody's butt naked, the whole 9 yards. They get your picture. They check your teeth. They have this machine in there where, you know, the dentist, they get your everything, your teeth, the imprints of your teeth. They take your swab for your DNA. They swab you down for your DNA. And then they draw blood from you also. And now, mind you, homies, like I said, I was, my Elias, really sick. And unfortunately, when you're sick like that, and you know, you're not hydrated, you haven't drinking no water, you've been vomiting, the whole 9 yards. So that just makes your veins constrict, you know, like they're even worse, they're harder to hit. So I get up there and, you know, I can hear the vatos getting, you know, stuck and everything. You hear everyone yelling and shit because this motherfucker, he was no joke. I get up there and I tell him, I'm like, hey man, let me tell you something. I'm sick, really sick. He could tell I was sick too. He didn't give a fuck though. And, you know, of course, I didn't give a fuck either because I was sicker than a dog. I told him, you got 2 times, homie. You got 2 times to hit me. If you can't get it, you know, that's it. That's cool. You're not gonna let you keep sticking me. So, you know, he's like, look, man, let me tell you something. It don't matter how many times it takes me. I'm gonna get it, whether you like it or not. If we gotta strap you down, whatever, I'm gonna get it. So I'm like, all right, whatever, man. If that's what you think, I'm thinking in my head, but it ain't going down like that. And I told him, I said, hey, man, I'm telling you right now. So the motherfucker, he sticks me the first time, okay? Hits a fucking nerve. And still to this day, man, I can feel the nerve right here in my arm. There's no bullshit. I mean, I can rub myself right here and rub my fucking arm, and you can feel the nerve in the back. Well, anyways, he hit me, and I was like, ah, shit, you know. And he missed because he hit a fucking nerve. So I'm like, all right. I said, hey, that's your first chance. And again, you know, whatever. We'll get it, you know, no matter how I gotta get it. I said, all right, you know. So luckily, he got it the second time, all right. I got lucky because then I already knew myself I was sick. I wasn't going to let him do it. It was just turned into a big old fucking, you know, big old fucking fellow. It would have just turned, it would have been all bad, put it that way. So he gets it. Of course, that shit hurt like a motherfucker, you know. And he got the blood. So they give you your jumpsuit, give you an orange jumpsuit, and they don't give a shit again, you know. They try to give me some small ass jumpsuit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hell no, this ain't gonna work. I mean, they just fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? They fuck with you as soon as you hit that motherfucking, as soon as you touch down off that fucking bus, they fuck with you. And I'm like, no, this ain't gonna work. You know, so they shoot me another one. And that one was still kind of small, but it was a little bit bigger. So I just rolled the motherfucker down. And, you know, just like I didn't have a shirt, you know what I'm saying? And when I had to, of course, I'd put it up. But, so we get dressed out and everything. I go to see the doctor after that. And, you know, they ask you all these questions and shit. And I tell them, you know, I'm sick, you know, coming down, whoop-de-whoop. And there too, they try to get you out. Usually you're there like 3-4 days tops, you know what I'm saying? And so they get you on the bus and they'll shoot you out to whichever pinta you're going to go to. Well, me, I was there 2.5 weeks. The doctor would not give that clearance for me to get on the bus. All right, so with that being said, you know, this is the layout of Alhambra. I mean, there's dog run and easy run, okay? They're both runs, and I was on dog run. And basically, the cells are set up for like 12, 15. You know, I really didn't count, but I would say like 12 to 15 people in one cell. And they're all different levels. They could be level ones, twos, threes, fours, fives, it don't matter. That's why we're all there. We're all getting classified. So I'm in there, I'm kicking it the second day, I'm sicker than a dog, you know what I'm saying? Um, I'm sick, man. And mind you, after trying to eat the county jail food from the county, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Okay, at the time, we just got a new sheriff in, I'd say like 4 years ago. And but that sheriff, man, he was gacho, he was an asshole, you know what I'm saying? He would make us, there was only certain channels we were allowed to watch. It was like it was all educational shit or just a sports channel. We weren't allowed radios. He said we didn't deserve no contact with the outside world. Shit like that. So, mind you, I'm there and I'm in Alhambra. Let me jump back to Alhambra. I'm sick. I'm right there kicking it. Some homie pulls up. He actually had some ale on him. I'm not gonna say how he got it in, whatever. But anyways, he gets there and he's reading. The Bible. Okay, he starts reading the Bible and stuff. First couple of days, he breaks bread. I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, feed me, And then these couple of days, he's telling me, hey, I want to quit this and that. I'm like, hey, that's freedom, dog. Do your thing, but I'm not ready. I was sick too. I was like, hey, homie, I ain't ready. So Well, anyways, make a long story short. Okay, the third day, I wake up. I'm like, hey, what's up? Break bread. He's like, hey, Cornell, I flushed it down the toilet. I'm like, what the fuck? Nah, homie. You flushed it down the toilet. Why would you do that? I go, how come you didn't give it to me? He's like, because I didn't want to do it no more. I said, well, why didn't you give it to me then? He goes, because it would have been the same thing, because he got into the Bible. He was like, it would have been the same thing of me doing it, or I don't know. I forgot exactly what he had said. And I was pissed on me. I was hot. I was like, you know what? That's fucked up, dog. You should have just gave it to me. You didn't have to. And it was a good pedazo. There was no way he could have did it. I knew he wasn't lying. So yeah, I was fucking retarded, man. I was really mad. And I didn't talk to him for a couple of days. Okay. And I kept trying to get that clearance from the doctor so I could get on the yard. I wanted to go hit a yard. And see, in Alhambra, when you get there, we go to chow. But chow, I'm telling you, when you're in reception, you walk in, you get your food, and you sit down, you eat. They don't even give you 5 minutes. Not even, I'd say maybe 2 minutes. You literally got to hurry up and eat. But I'm telling you, homies, that food was bomb. It was like a 5-star restaurant compared to the county jail where they're serving you papas every day. That Red Death, all kind of shit, just slop, literally slop. And then they only give you 2 meals a day. One in the morning, and it's a sack lunch with either some peanut butter, or they'll give you some emu, which is ostrich meat, all slimy and shit, bread all fucked up and breaking, and they give you salad dressing for mayonnaise, and a grapefruit, okay, and a thing of crackers. That's what you get in the county. So when I hit the state, oh man, I was in heaven. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I wasn't in, like I said, I wasn't in the county long enough to even order commissary. So I get to Alhambra and shit. I'm eating good, and by then I was starving. You know what I'm saying? So I tore it up, and then we get yard every once in a while. It's really rare, but yard over there is really different. It's just a big ass cage, and they throw, I would say maybe 100 people in there. Like I said, it could be level 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, whatever. So you run into all different types of gente, you know what I'm saying? And, all it is, you just walk around, exercise, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's just waiting to get sent up to where they're going. So yeah, I was there, and I, kept trying to get the doctor to give a clearance for me to get on, man. I wanted to get on and hit the yard. And everybody knows the reason why we want to get to the yard, because, of course, they got what you need. You know what I'm saying? And so after 2.5 weeks, finally I got that clearance. And that's when I took that bus ride. But I'll leave that for another video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, man. Hit that like, that subscribe button, and make sure you share on all platforms. I appreciate everybody, man, who's been rocking with me. We're up to 3K, man. It feels good. We're doing some things. And hey, this is OG Gordo. Make sure you guys drop a comment, and I'm out.